Why November 2025 Social Security payments matter more than ever. When it comes to Social Security, every dollar matters and every payment date matters even more, especially for older Americans who depend on these benefits to cover the essentials of daily life. As we head into November 2025, millions of seniors, retirees, and disability recipients will see changes in the timing of their monthly payments. And while these schedule updates may seem small on the surface, they can create serious stress if you're not prepared ahead of time. So in this video series, we want to make sure you have clear, accurate, and simple information about when your money is coming, what changes are happening, and how you can plan your finances around these official Social Security dates. That way, you never have to worry about missing a payment, falling behind on bills, or wondering whether something went wrong. For many older Americans, Social Security isn't just a deposit hitting the bank. It's the rent payment, it's the groceries, it's the medications, it's the electricity bill, and it's the difference between stability and stress. That's why understanding the confirmed November 2025 payment schedule is more important than ever. In part 1, we begin by explaining why this information matters and why even a small shift in your payment date can affect your entire month. With Thanksgiving, year-end bills, and holiday expenses just around the corner, November is one of the busiest financial months of the year. Having clarity now helps avoid shortages later. Throughout this series, we will walk step by step through the official payment dates, exceptions for SSI and early beneficiaries, how birthdays determine your deposit, reasons payments come on Wednesdays, and what to do if your money doesn't arrive on time. Your benefits are your right. You earned them, and our goal is to help you protect them. How the Social Security payment system really works. Before we dive into the specific dates for November 2025, it's important to understand how the Social Security payment system actually decides when your money arrives. A lot of seniors are surprised to learn that the Social Security Administration doesn't pick random dates and they don't send everyone's payments at the same time. Instead, there is a structured system designed to reduce delays, prevent bank overload, and make sure benefits get delivered smoothly. For anyone who started receiving Social Security after May 1997, the payment date depends on your birthday. This system was created to spread millions of payments across different days of the month. By dividing recipients into 3 birthday groups, the Social Security Administration reduces the chance of technical issues, slows down fewer bank systems, and ensures that customer service lines aren't overwhelmed by everyone calling on the same day. If your birthday falls early in the month, you're paid earlier. If it falls in the middle, you're paid during the second week. And if your birthday is toward the end of the month, your payment comes during the final week. It's simple once you understand it, but many people never realize why their payment arrives when it does. What's also important is that these payments always land on a Wednesday. This isn't accidental. Wednesday is the smoothest banking day of the week. Mondays are overloaded with weekend backlogs, and Fridays are stressful because banks are preparing to close for the weekend. By using Wednesdays, Social Security avoids delays, avoids processing issues, and gives banks the best chance to deliver your money on time. This system may not be perfect, but for millions of seniors across America, it works consistently month after month. Once you know your birthday group and you're assigned Wednesday, you can predict your payments with confidence. In the next section, we'll break down the exact dates for all 3 birthday groups in November 2025, because this month's schedule is especially important to understand. Exact Social Security payment dates for November 2025. Now that you understand how the Social Security payment system is structured, let's get into the exact dates for November 2025. This month has confirmed changes that affect millions of Americans, and knowing your group will help you plan your finances with confidence. The first group includes everyone born between the 1st and the 10th of any month. If your birthday falls within those dates, you're November 2025. Social Security payment is scheduled to arrive on Wednesday, November 12th. This is the second Wednesday of the month, and it's your official payment day. If you receive direct deposit, the money will typically show up early in the morning. Some banks may even process it a little earlier, but the 12th is the official date you should rely on. The second group includes individuals born between the 11th and the 20th. If your birthday falls anywhere in this range, your payment for November 2025 will arrive on Wednesday, November 19th. This is the third Wednesday of the month. As always, direct deposit is the most reliable method, but whether you use direct deposit or still receive a paper check, the 19th is your day to watch. The third group includes birthdays from the 21st through the 31st. If this is you, then your payment comes on Wednesday, November 26th, which is particularly notable because it falls right in the middle of Thanksgiving week. Many seniors appreciate receiving their benefits at this time of year since holiday meals, travel, and gatherings often mean extra expenses. Having your payment arrive one day before Thanksgiving gives you the financial breathing room you may need during the holiday season. These three dates, November 12th, November 19th, and November 26th, are officially confirmed by the Social Security Administration. So if your benefits began after May 1997, one of these Wednesdays is your payment day. Important exceptions: early beneficiaries and SSI recipients. While most people receive their Social Security payments according to the birthday-based schedule, there are two major exceptions that you absolutely need to understand. These exceptions affect millions of seniors, and if you fall into one of these groups, your payment date will be very different from the Wednesday system described earlier. The first exception applies to anyone who began receiving Social Security before May 1997. These longtime beneficiaries are still on what we call the legacy schedule, meaning they do not receive payments based on their birthdays. Instead, they are paid on a fixed date, the third of each month. For November 2025, you can expect your deposit or your paper check to arrive around November 3rd, unless that date is impacted by a weekend or federal holiday. Because November 3rd, 2025 falls on a Monday, payments should be delivered right on schedule with no adjustments needed. The second exception applies to people who receive Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. These payments are designed to support seniors and individuals with disabilities who have low income or limited resources. SSI benefits almost always come on the first of every month. However, if the first falls on a weekend or holiday, the payment moves to the previous business day. In November 2025, the SSI payment timing remains straightforward, with no major holiday conflict affecting the schedule. If you receive both Social Security and SSI, you may have two separate payment dates, one for your SSI and one for your retirement or disability benefit. Many seniors forget this and become concerned when only one payment arrives, but this is completely normal for dual benefit recipients. Understanding whether you're on the main system or an exception system is essential. It helps you avoid confusion, prevents unnecessary calls to Social Security, and most importantly, allows you to plan your monthly budget with accuracy. Why Social Security pays on Wednesdays, the real reason behind the system. Now that we've covered the payment groups and the exceptions, let's talk about something most seniors never hear explained clearly. Why does Social Security always pay on Wednesdays? It may seem like a small detail, but there's actually a very well thought out reason behind it, one that directly affects how smoothly your benefits are delivered. The Social Security Administration didn't choose Wednesday by accident. In fact, they tested different schedules years ago and found that Wednesday provides the most stable banking environment of the entire week. Here's why. Mondays are extremely busy for banks because they're processing everything that built up over the weekend. When millions of Social Security payments were pushed through on Mondays, it created delays, longer lines, and even technical issues for some financial institutions. Fridays weren't any better. Banks often operate with reduced staffing levels as they prepare for the weekend, and if any issue occurred late on a Friday, seniors were forced to wait until Monday to get help, sometimes causing a long and stressful delay. So Social Security shifted the system to Wednesdays, the calmest, most predictable day of the week for financial institutions. On Wednesdays, banks are fully staffed, systems are stable, and there's enough capacity to handle millions of transactions quickly and accurately. By choosing the middle of the week, Social Security greatly reduced problems like delayed deposits, system overloads, and lost payments. It also made it easier for seniors to contact their banks or Social Security offices if they had questions, since both are open and operating at full capacity. Most people never think about it, but this small scheduling choice greatly improves reliability. The goal is simple: to make sure your money arrives on time with fewer problems and with less stress for you. Why your payment may arrive early or late. Understanding processing delays. Even though the Social Security Administration sets official payment dates, not everyone receives their money at the exact same time of day, and in some cases, not even on the exact date. This can be confusing for many seniors, so in this section, we'll explain the most common reasons why your payment may arrive a little earlier or a little later than expected. If you use direct deposit, you might notice that your money sometimes appears in your bank account the night before your official payment date. This doesn't mean Social Security paid you early. It simply means your bank processed the deposit ahead of time. Some banks release funds as soon as they receive the payment file from the government, which can be a day early. Others wait until the morning of the official date. Each bank has its own policy, so variation is completely normal. On the other hand, if you still receive a paper check, the timing becomes less predictable. The Social Security Administration mails checks early enough so they should arrive on or near the payment date, but weather conditions, postal delays, holidays, and mail volume can all affect delivery times. This is one reason Social Security strongly encourages seniors to switch to direct deposit. It's safer, faster, and much more reliable. Another reason your payment may appear delayed is if your bank places a temporary hold on the deposit, especially if you recently opened a new account or changed financial institutions. This is a standard security step banks take to prevent fraud, and it usually resolves quickly. It's also important to remember that updates to your benefits, such as address changes, bank changes, or adjustments to your benefit amount, can create temporary processing delays. Most of the time, these early or late arrivals are normal and not a sign of a problem, but understanding why they happen can give you peace of mind and help you avoid unnecessary worry. Planning your monthly budget. Around November payment dates, knowing when your Social Security payment is coming is important, but understanding how to plan your budget around those dates is what truly keeps your month running smoothly. November, in particular, can be a challenging month for many seniors. With Thanksgiving, colder weather, rising utility costs, and early holiday spending, every dollar needs to be managed carefully. If your payment comes on November 12th, you'll receive your money almost 2 weeks into the month. That means you'll need to think ahead about early month expenses such as rent, utilities, or automatic bill payments that might be due before your deposit arrives. Many seniors choose to keep a small cushion in their checking account for this reason. Even a modest buffer can prevent overdraft fees, late payments, and financial stress. If your payment arrives on November 19th, you'll want to consider how your bills line up with that date. Mid-month payments require thoughtful planning, especially if you have automatic withdrawals that occur earlier or later than expected. Making a simple list of due dates can help you avoid surprises. For those receiving their payment on November 26th, the timing can actually be helpful. This date lands right before Thanksgiving, giving you the ability to cover holiday meals, travel, or family gatherings. However, you'll also need to plan for early December bills since your next payment might not align perfectly with holiday expenses. Budget planning doesn't need to be complicated. A simple calendar, notebook, or reminder on your phone can help you track what's due and when. Many seniors also find it helpful to speak with landlords, utility companies, or service providers about adjusting payment dates to better match their Social Security schedule. You'd be surprised how many companies are willing to work with you when you explain your situation. By understanding your income schedule and planning ahead, you can stretch your benefits further and move through the month with confidence, not stress. Preparing for holiday expenses and year-end bills. As we move into the final months of the year, financial planning becomes even more important, especially for seniors living on a fixed Social Security income. November is not only the start of the holiday season, but it also leads directly into December, a month full of extra expenses, irregular bills, and family obligations. Understanding your November payment date can make a real difference in how smoothly you navigate the rest of the year. For many older Americans, Thanksgiving is one of the most meaningful holidays of the year. Whether you're cooking a family meal, traveling to visit loved ones, or hosting guests in your home, costs tend to rise during this time. Food prices, transportation costs, and even household utilities often increase. If your payment comes on November 26th, the timing is perfect. You'll have fresh funds right before the holiday. But if your payment comes earlier in the month, you may need to set aside money specifically for Thanksgiving week. Another important consideration is year-end expenses. Many seniors face property tax deadlines, annual insurance premiums, medical copays, or end-of-year prescriptions that must be filled before insurance resets in January. These costs can catch people off guard if they haven't planned ahead. Understanding exactly when your Social Security payment arrives gives you the clarity to prepare for these expenses without falling short. And of course, December brings the holiday gift season. Many seniors love buying small gifts for children, grandchildren, neighbors, or friends, but without planning, these purchases can strain a fixed income. That's why November is the ideal month to start organizing your gift budget, deciding how much you can comfortably spend without affecting your stability in December. By having a clear financial plan for both November and December, you can enjoy the holidays with peace of mind instead of anxiety. With thoughtful preparation, your Social Security income can carry you smoothly into the new year. What to do? If your payment is missing or delayed, approx 320 to 330 words. Even with a well-organized system, there may be times when your Social Security payment doesn't arrive on the exact day you expect it. This can feel stressful, especially for seniors who rely on these funds for essential expenses. But before you panic, it's important to understand what steps you should take and when you should take them. The Social Security Administration recommends that you wait 3 full business days after your scheduled payment date before reporting a missing or delayed payment. This is because banks, processing systems, and mail carriers can occasionally experience minor delays that resolve on their own within a couple of days. For example, if your payment was due on November 12th, you should wait until November 17th before taking action. If 3 business days have passed and your money still hasn't shown up, it's time to contact Social Security directly. You can call their main helpline at 1-800-77-21213, available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Be prepared for longer wait times, especially around major payment dates, since many people may be calling with similar concerns. You can also check your status online by creating or logging into your personal account at ssa.gov. This online portal allows you to view payment history, confirm your benefit amount, update your direct deposit information, and report issues. For many seniors, this is the easiest and fastest method. Another common issue occurs when seniors move, change banks, or update personal information without notifying Social Security. If payments are being sent to an old address or a closed bank account, they will not reach you. Always remember, anytime you make a major change, such as moving, switching banks, or updating your legal name, you must report it to Social Security as soon as possible. By following these steps, you can resolve most payment issues quickly and avoid unnecessary delays in the future. Final advice and why staying informed protects your benefits. As we wrap up this series on November 20th, 2025 Social Security payments, the most important message to take with you is this. Your benefits are your lifeline, and staying informed is one of the strongest tools you have to protect your financial stability. Whether your payment arrives on November 12th, 19th, or 26th, or whether you're part of the special groups receiving payments on the 1st or the 3rd, knowing your exact date gives you peace of mind and the ability to plan ahead confidently. Social Security may seem complicated at times, with different rules for birthdays, exceptions for older beneficiaries, and special schedules for SSI. But once you understand the system, things begin to make sense. The key is staying aware of updates, paying attention to schedule changes, and keeping your personal information current with the Social Security Administration. Anytime you move, change banks, experience a shift in your benefit amount, or make any major life adjustment, update your information immediately. It prevents future delays and lost payments. As we move toward the end of the year, November becomes a month where every dollar counts. From Thanksgiving meals to holiday planning and rising seasonal expenses, having your benefits arrive on time can make all the difference. With the confirmed payment dates now clear, you can organize your month and avoid unnecessary stress or last-minute financial scrambling. Remember, you are not alone. Millions of seniors rely on Social Security, and asking questions or seeking support is never a burden. Whether you contact the Social Security office, check your online account, or talk with a trusted advisor, your financial security is worth the effort. Thank you for staying informed and taking the time to understand your benefits. When seniors have accurate information, they are empowered, and that's exactly what we want for you. Stay safe, stay prepared, and may the month ahead bring you comfort, stability, and peace of mind.